Hello, moneymakers. Take a look at this channel.
I was not planning to make a video on this. Honestly, I found it by accident while I was researching content ideas late at night.
I opened YouTube, clicked on one video, then another, and suddenly I noticed something that didn't make sense at first. This channel is called Mr.
Science. It has just 8 videos, and the oldest video on this channel is only 1 month old. But when I checked the views, some of these videos were already in the millions. At that point, I stopped scrolling and started analyzing, not casually, properly.
Titles, video length, topics, upload pattern, everything.
And the more I looked, the clearer it became.
This channel is not growing because of luck.
It's growing because it follows a very specific structure that most people completely miss. What surprised me even more is how simple the core idea is. No complex storytelling tricks, no trend chasing, just one narrow scientific angle repeated intelligently and presented in a way that both viewers and the YouTube algorithm understand instantly. So for the past few days, I've been breaking this channel down.
How they choose topics, why their titles work, why their videos are long but still get watched, and most importantly, how you can create similar faceless science or documentary videos using AI without guessing every step.
In this video, I'm going to show you that exact process, not theory, not motivation, the actual workflow from picking the right topic to publishing a finished video. So grab a glass of lemonade, watch this till the end, and pay attention to the structure, because once you see the pattern behind a channel like this, you won't look at YouTube the same way again.
Let's get started.
Now, our first step is to understand this channel niche and this channel strategy, that what makes this channel successful.
So, as per my analysis, this channel works because it does not talk about animals in general or even wildlife in general. It focuses on one tight niche, which is strange, extreme, and mysterious biology, especially creatures that feel abnormal, creepy, or unexplained.
Every video follows the same topic pattern. Take one familiar creature and frame it around a single powerful curiosity hook, like nothing about this is normal or why this creature survives impossible conditions. This attracts a very specific audience that loves science mixed with mystery and fear.
Because every video targets the same type of viewer, the YouTube algorithm quickly understands who to recommend the videos to, which leads to higher retention, higher watch time, and faster growth.
The lesson here is simple.
Do not choose a broad niche like science or animals.
Instead, choose a micro-topic like why animals behave in extreme and terrifying ways, and repeat that angle consistently so both viewers and the algorithm trust your channel.
Alright, so now the question is, how do you actually find these kinds of curiosity-driven topics inside one single niche? This is where ChatGPT becomes your research partner. Instead of asking for random video ideas, you give ChatGPT very clear rules about your niche, your audience, and the emotion you want to trigger.
As you can see on my screen, ChatGPT instantly gives you a bunch of micro niches that match this style and spark curiosity, like animals that shouldn't exist, extreme survivors of impossible environments, and more. From here, pick the one that feels most interesting to you.
Then do a little extra research to validate it.
Go on YouTube, search that micro niche, check how many channels are already making those videos, and look at whether they are actually getting views. If the demand is strong and the competition is not insane, you can build a dedicated channel around that one micro niche and stay consistent with it. If you want to create a channel in the same niche that the Mr. Science channel follows, the process is very simple.
First, copy the channel information and give it to ChatGPT.
Then, ask ChatGPT to identify what this niche is actually called. When you do this, ChatGPT will clearly break it down for you and explain the niche in detail.
In this case, the niche can be described as abnormal and extreme animal biology.
So if this niche interests you, you can confidently choose it. Once you have chosen the niche, the next step is to create videos only inside that niche. And for that, you need strong topics. To do this, go back to my Google Doc and use the title generation prompt. In that prompt, add the details of the niche you selected and also include 2 or 3 example topics from an existing channel like Mr.
Science. For example, you can copy 2 or 3 of their video titles and paste them in the section where example topics are required.
After that, ChatGPT will generate 15 fresh niche-aligned video topics for you. If you do not like the results, you can easily tweak the prompt or modify the topics until they perfectly match your vision. So guys, now we have our topics. Next step is turning one topic into an actual video.
So let's move forward step by step. First, we need a script that is around 20 minutes long. The longer the script, the better your retention can be, but that does not mean you stretch it just to increase minutes.
If you force the length, the video becomes boring.
Your script should stay engaging from start to finish. Now for the script, go back to my Google Doc and copy the script prompt. Inside that prompt, you just need to paste your chosen topic.
For example, I am selecting this topic for my video.
Why horseshoe crabs survived while everything else died.
I will copy this title and paste it into the prompt where it says topic. Then I will send the full prompt to ChatGPT.
ChatGPT will not generate the full 20-minute script in one go. It will write it in 2 parts, which is exactly what we want. If it tries to write everything in one flow, the script may end up shorter.
So once you get part 1, simply type continue with part 2.
Then ChatGPT will generate the remaining script. After that, copy the full script into a Google Doc. The quality usually sounds natural and not robotic.
But do not blindly copy-paste. Always do a quick research check and modify it in your own words wherever needed.
Add or remove a few lines and make it sound even more like you. Alright, now we have the script ready.
Next step is voiceover. So let's move to that.
Now for the voiceover, you have 2 options.
You can either record your own voice and use that in the video, but make sure the audio quality is high and there is no background noise at all. If the recording quality is poor, it will reduce the overall video quality.
The second option is to use AI voiceover tools.
If you go with AI, always choose tools that generate natural sounding and high quality voices. For example, I am currently using Dub AI, which offers many features to make the voice sound realistic. You can sign in with your account and it gives you a 3-day free trial to test the tool. Once you are inside the dashboard, select the voiceover option.
If you want an even more realistic result, you can also clone your own voice. For that, you just need to record around 1 minute of your voice.
Then select the language, accent, age, and other details, and your voice will be cloned. But for now, let's continue with a normal AI voiceover. First, choose a voice from the available options.
You can filter by language, gender, and age. There are also quality options like standard, premium, and ultra.
But for now, you can skip these and focus on finding the right voice. Today is the day to remind yourself that you possess the power and strength you need to bring contentment, love.
After listening to a few samples, I decided to go with a voice called Toby White from the historical story section.
Now, paste your script into the text box.
Remove any unnecessary spacing and click Generate. After the voiceover is created, listen to it carefully.
The ocean has erased almost everything that ever lived.
Entire dynasties vanished without leaving a trace. Apex predators that once ruled ancient seas disappeared as. You can fine-tune it based on your requirements.
For example, if you want the first line to sound slower, you can reduce the speed. If the next line should be only slightly slower, you can set the speed to something like 0.95 so it does not feel too dragged. You can also add pauses wherever they feel natural. Go through the entire script like this. Listen, adjust, regenerate if needed. And once you are satisfied, export the final voice over to your computer. And that's it. Your voiceover part is now complete.
So guys, half of our work is now complete. Next comes the most important part, editing the video. For editing, we need visuals like videos, footage, images, and AI-generated clips.
If you have a budget and you are a beginner in YouTube content creation, you can also hire an editor to get a more polished and professional result.
But if you want to do everything yourself, that is totally possible too.
And I will show you how. If you look closely at this reference channel, you will notice that they combine real footage, images, and AI-generated visuals, and then edit everything in a very engaging way.
We need to follow the same approach. Now, you might be wondering where to get the footage from. The process is very simple. First, copy your video topic. For example, If your video is about horseshoe crabs, go to YouTube and search for horseshoe crab.
You will find many videos related to that topic. But wait, you should not download or use random videos.
Go to the filter section on YouTube and select Creative Commons.
This will show only videos that allow reuse.
Even after that, you must still open the video description and check whether it clearly mentioned Creative Commons Attribution License or that reuse is allowed. Only then should you use that footage. Also make sure to mention in your video description that some footage is used under Creative Commons license.
Apart from YouTube, you can also find images and some video clips on Pinterest, which can be useful for collecting reference visuals. On top of that, we will generate AI images and AI videos to improve the overall quality of the video. Also, you can find stock footages in sites like Envato and Storyblock as well. You will find a bunch of stock footages on these sites. For AI visuals, go back to my Google Doc. Copy the image and video prompt. Then open a new chat in ChatGPT and paste that prompt there.
I recommend opening a new chat so it does not get mixed up with your script conversation.
Once ChatGPT understands the prompt style, start copying your script one paragraph at a time and paste it into ChatGPT. For each paragraph, ChatGPT will generate 4 image prompts and 4 video animation prompts. If you want more or fewer visuals, you can easily change the number in the prompt. As you can see, ChatGPT keeps generating prompts for every paragraph of your script. Now that we have all the prompts ready, it's time to move to the next step, generating the images. For this step, I will show you a few free AI tools that you can use to generate images and videos.
The first tool is Slop Club AI, where you can generate images for free.
Simply copy your first image prompt from ChatGPT and paste it into the tool.
Select the 9:6 aspect ratio.
In the free version, you can only use the 1:2.5 model.
The other models are not available for free. Now click Generate. It may take some time, but the result is worth the wait.
Once the image is generated, you can also animate it inside the same tool.
Just copy the animation prompt from ChatGPT and paste it into the animation section. Generate the animation and you will get a short cinematic video clip. Apart from this, there is another free tool called QN AI Chat, where you can generate both images and videos. I am not sure about the exact daily free limit, but the output quality is quite good.
If you know the free generation limit, you can mention it in the comments. There are more options as well. For image generation, you can use Google Whisk AI, and for animation, you can use Grok AI.
Both are free and give impressive results. Try different tools, test which one works best for you, and generate all your visuals according to your script. Finally, download everything and save the files in proper sequence on your computer, so editing becomes easy in the next step.
Once everything is ready, it's time to merge everything and edit the video. For this, I am using the CapCut free desktop app, but you can use any editing software you are comfortable with. First, open CapCut and import all your materials, including video footage, AI-generated videos, images, and the voiceover file. Next, drag the voiceover into the timeline.
You can adjust the volume from here if needed.
After that, start adding AI videos or stock footage one by one, matching them with the voiceover on the timeline.
If required, you can change the speed of any clip to increase or decrease its duration so it syncs better with the audio.
Also, if you are using videos generated from tools like Grok, they usually come with audio. So make sure to remove that audio before placing the clip in the timeline.
You can also use still images between video clips.
To make images feel dynamic, add simple animations from the animation section so the visuals do not feel static. To make the video more engaging, add background music.
For free music, go to the YouTube audio library and search for documentary-style music. You will find many options there.
You can also use paid platforms like Epidemic Sound or Envato Elements, which provide copyright-free music. Once you download the music, import it into CapCut and drag it into the timeline. Reduce the music volume so it does not overpower the voiceover. Next, go to the effects section and try subtle effects to give the video a professional look.
For example, you can add a horizontal open effect at the beginning of the video, or use fade in and fade out effects. You can also add smooth transitions between clips. Finally, go to the caption section and generate auto captions.
From the templates, select a clean and simple animated style that matches the documentary tone, and with that, your video is complete. You have gone from a single topic idea to a fully edited professional documentary style video, all step by step. This exact process can be repeated again and again for any niche as long as you stay consistent with your topic, your storytelling style, and your visual quality.
If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe because in the next videos, we will go even deeper into advanced strategies, better visuals, and faster workflows. Keep creating, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next one.
Now, let's check out the demo video.
Trace. Apex predators that once ruled ancient seas disappeared as if they had never existed. Coral kingdoms collapsed. Forests drowned. Ice advanced, retreated, then returned again. And through all of it, one creature kept crawling forward. Not fast, not powerful, not intelligent by any human measure, just unchanged. Tonight's story is not about progress. It is about endurance, and about why one of Earth's oldest living animals survived while nearly everything else died. 450 million years ago, long before the first dinosaur, before trees covered land, before vertebrates ruled the oceans, shallow seas were dominated by armored shapes crawling across the seafloor. Among them was a creature that looked more like a machine than an animal. A domed shell, jointed limbs, a long, rigid tail spike dragging behind it. The horseshoe crab. Not a crab at all, not even closely related. It belongs to a lineage older than most modern ecosystems, more closely allied with spiders and scorpions than anything found in the sea today. And unlike nearly every other species that shared its world, it never left.